Hello and welcome. Thank you for joining me. My name is Rachel Grace and I am the creator of the Rachel Grace Numerology cards. I thought it would be a great idea to come to you via this YouTube video to explain to you exactly how to use them, because these cards here, the deck that's in here, it doesn't actually come with an instruction booklet. And the reason being is because numerology, if you do search it, Google it, learn it, it's available in so many different methods of learning, books, anyway on the internet that you can research yourself. But what I do have in here is different instruction cards, and I wanted to come to you this way to explain to you exactly how to use them. Reason being is because I'm an educator myself. I teach a lot of courses in spiritual development. I am a psychic medium too. So yeah, I'm an educator at heart, and I do feel that if you are learning in a way of interacting with me, being able to see me, it's going to resonate with you and make a bit more sense. So thank you for watching. Thank you for joining me. I did want to also thank you if you've actually purchased them through my website, www.rachelgracepsychicmedium.com, or through my publisher, White Light Universal. And you can find them on the White Light Universal shop online too. They're also found on Facebook under White Light Universal or White Light Publishing House and Bookshop too. Okay, so thank you for purchasing the numerology cards. Now, these numerology cards are a little bit different to any other ones that you have seen on the market, and the reason being is these are the true Western method, Pythagoras's way of doing numerology. These are not just an oracle card that have got a whole heap of different numbers to use. These are to be used in your readings, to be used also as an oracle card, and I will take you through on how to do that. But also the main purpose behind these was so that you are able to quickly add up your partners, your children, your co-workers, your friends' birth date at a quick glance, and being able to see a bit more in depth about who they actually are through the use of numerology. And if you do add up every single number in your birthday and break it breaks down to what's called a life path number. So let's take a look inside the deck and I will show you how it all works. So this is your box that it comes in, and there's just a quick glance of it on the back. And so when we open our deck up, there is a little letter inside to you that I'm not going to read because that's your little surprise for you. And when you open it, it'll obviously be coated in a little plastic wrapper as well for you to undo. The first card here, this is a cosmic ordering card. Okay, so this is the very first card in the deck. You'll be able to see that that's the back of the cards. They're nice and shiny, and they've got a shiny, beautiful black edge on them as well. Okay, and that's my my logo too, of the sun and the moon. If you want to read about my logo, it's under the latest news on my website. If you scroll right down, it's got the reason why I chose that, which you might find interesting too. So the first card, if we look at this first card, this is the Cosmic Order card. So this is actually being signed by me and is to be used under your new moon and full moon manifestation and release. It's basically, when I created this card, it has been blessed by me, you know, so to help make your dreams come true. So it should be used in your altar space. It should be used with your new moon manifestation when you're calling in different energies on what you would like and your intentions for the new moon, and also in your release in your full moon. So that's what that card's about. So that card is intended for you to actually take out of the deck. Okay, so that's what that is. Then you have, if you look in the next three cards, here, if I'll show you, okay, and I'm just going to fix that camera up so you can see that properly, is their instruction cards. Okay, so you've got three instruction cards that come in the deck, and these instructions cards, so this first one here actually goes through and tells you how to calculate your life path, your universal year, your personal year as well, your heart's desire, personality number, and your destiny number, and the coding for your alphabet to relate to your numbers is all on that information card that you can have with you while you're doing readings. So it's numerology made easy for you. It's all there in front of you, okay? So you don't have to remember a whole heap of different combinations because it can get quite confusing. That's what that is. Then on here, it goes into more of your charting of numerology and how many times numbers actually appear and what it means when it's in your chart too. And this down here is just a little chart of what the isolated numbers are within your natal chart for numerology as well, okay? And that's what that all means too. So you've got them all in front of you. So that's what your instructional cards are. So if we look through your deck now, we take out, which I'll just take out now if I can get to it. It's kind of hard doing it the other way, is these cards. And you'll get to this card, so if you get these ones here. So when you open up your deck, you have these numbers. So you've got 1, and see how it's positive down the bottom? You've got 1 negative, 2 positive, 2 negative, 3 positive, negative, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then you have 11, which is a master number, 22, which is a master number, and 33, which is another master number. So what happens with numerology is if you actually add up your birth date, your birth month, and your birth year, it will break down to a number, which is your life path number. And that's a good place to start with numerology as well. So when you add up that number, it will break down to either 1 to 9 or your master numbers, which is 11, 22, and 33. So all you need to do is if you have broken it down and A equals the number 1, well, then you're a number 1 of the life path. And all you need to do is you grab that number 1 positive and negative card, and it will actually tell you the personality traits, the attributes. It will tell you the tarot card that's assigned to that number 1. It will tell you the planetary aspect and the planet that is attached to that number 1 life path. It will tell you the star sign, the sun sign for that number 1 life path as well, okay? All in 2 cards, the basically the light and the shadow of each number. So it's kind of like the same as working in star signs, but we're working in numbers, and that's what numerology is about. So if we do go in number 1, I'll just show you this for an example. And I'll just put my hand up here so you can hopefully see that with the camera, and it should focus in on that, hopefully. We'll see. So you'll be able to see that it actually says that number 1s are a leader. They're ruled by Aries. They are a self-motivator. They're a pioneer. They're independent. They're ruled by the sun, which they can have a high ego. There's a lot of changes that can be around them. They're ruled by the magician in the tarot as well, which is all about skill set. And they can be quite analytical and quite determined and quite ambitious. So that's what a number 1 is all about. So if you work through all of the life path numbers, they will tell you exactly the traits, positive and negative, light and shadow of your life path number. It's as simple as that. So when we do delve into deeper in numerology, we can then start visiting different aspects like your year and the year that you're in. And in numerology, there is a 9-year cycle, and even globally, planetary-wise, we're in a 9-year cycle as well. And 2018, for instance, is a number 11 year, which breaks down into a year 2, okay? But if you want to work out what your personal year is, you actually add up your birth date, your birth month, and the current year. So say, for instance, if your birthday was on the 1st of May, you would add up 1 plus 5 plus 2018, which is 11, and that would break down to what year you're in at this time for your birthday. Now, your year doesn't actually happen until after your birthday of that year. So if your birthday is in November and you've calculated it and it broken down to, say, number 5, well, then you'd actually still be in the number 4 until you hit your birthday. Yeah, does that make sense? So it's as simple as that. It's quite easy how I've developed the system and developed the cards. So you have the 1 to 9 cards here. So say, for instance, you have added it up and you've hit your birthday and you're going into a year 8, yeah? So that's for an example. So the year 8 is all about your career. Your year 8 is all about strength. It's about educating yourself. It's about achievements, about financial gain. about integrity and hold integrity, and that's something that's high on your agenda. What you can do is you can move forward a year and back a year to see what's coming up for you too, and what you're going to be moving through within the energies of the numbers as well. So that's how you can use the year cards. You can also use the year card if you're working out what the day number is and what today is and what the date of today is. And that's as simple as, again, as working out, you know, what today's date is with the month and the year and adding it up and breaking it down. And that's what today will bring you as well. So a lot of people in history that actually, and a lot of business people, they work their days around numerology, you know, and if they're having, say, for instance, a business meeting, and a very important business meeting, they will actually plan it on a day that might break down to a number 8, which will be beneficial for them, okay? So you can work it in that way as well, which is quite fascinating. So as you move through learning a bit more about numerology, you can break down even your name, you know, to work out what your destiny is, what's been within you and what you desire. And that's quite interesting as well if you have changed your name, and to see what the difference in the vibration of the number has held. You can go through and do house numbers, and there's a lot more in depth that you can do with these cards as well. Okay, but the other 3 cards that are in the deck that I'll bring to you is, one's a wish card, one is a moon card, and one is a sun card, and they've got different blurbs down below there too. Now these cards are to be used in the deck when you're using them as an oracle card, so an oracle deck. So what you do is you just put all of your cards together, you give them a good shuffle, and you can do like a past, present, future spread for yourself or someone that you're reading for. You may even want to just choose the card for the day too, so you can just give it a good shuffle, pick the card, and it might, you know, even if you have picked out, like, say, a negative card, you know, it could be things that, you know, is happening at the moment for you to be aware of. So if I've pulled out that number 4 card on negativity, like the negative aspect of it for the day, say, it, you know, and a word jumps out at me, it could say to me, try not to be so impatient today, try not to be so serious, take caution, okay? So you can use it in that way and that aspect too. The one thing that I do love about these cards is, if you're quite intuitive yourself and if you're a reader yourself, your eyes will naturally be drawn to the different words on the cards, and they will pop out at you, and that is what's meant for you to read to your client as well, okay? So yes, that's my cards in a nutshell. I hope that you've enjoyed this little tutorial on them, and I hope that you enjoy using them and reading with them and using them as an oracle card deck, or learning a bit more about numerology yourself. I do actually hold numerology courses, and all the information is on my events page, under my Facebook page, or even on my website under spiritual development as well. So get in touch if you want to join my course, where we go through more of your natal charting. As well, we go more into depth about what each number means. You get a handout with it. I also do private tutorials and private, you know, mentoring as well, with helping with numerology if you are a reader and if you want to learn a bit more about how to actually chart up really quickly, you know, to incorporate it in your readings as well. So these are the numerology cards. They are available now. You know, they've been quite a long process in the making, nearly 2 years of hard work being put into these, you know, because it's not just like an oracle card of drawing pretty pictures with a nice little blurb that goes underneath it. These had to really represent the true Western method of numerology. You know, so I hope that it brings you better readings. I hope that it brings you more of an easier understanding of numerology, where it can be very, very complicated for a lot of people, and that you're able to use visuals instead to bring through the numerology and the life of numbers to people in your readings, and to learn more so than anything else. The intent of these was so that you have a greater understanding of the people around you, so you're able to cope more in day-to-day life. Thanks for joining me, and please get in touch or like this video or comment below if you have any other questions. I would be, you know, thrilled to know if you're actually enjoying the cards. And you can find them through White Light Publishing House too. Take care, much love to you all, and thanks for buying them if you already have. Take care.